So this is Inspector Owen Pyle. He's at the Notting Hill Carnival, going about his work, and a lady who it seems might have been enjoying
It's called a carnival.
The carnival
Everybody's
atmosphere,
drinking, dancing. Yeah.
slapped his bottom, and he arrested her. So, what do you think? Overreaction, or was he right?
I want to preface everything that I say by saying that sexual assault is serious, it's wrong, and if a woman or a man feels they've been sexually assaulted, we have to take their word for that. But we cannot arrest ourselves out of bottom smacking. It cannot be done. If every time that happened, the police were called, an arrest was made, that's not the way to deal with this.
Doesn't it send a very strong, clear message, like this is assault? If you slap somebody, it is assault.
You could look at it that way, but we don't want to turn into Saudi Arabia, where a man gets arrested in a bar for touching another man's hip. Look, it's wrong if you say it's wrong. What this police officer should have done, what anybody should have done, is say, that was wrong, I feel assaulted and insulted. But where there's no physical damage, where it didn't seem to be repeated, where nothing like that, we need to teach people it's wrong. It's education that solves this problem,
Rachel,
not arrest.
Was it wrong? Was it arrestable offence?
I think that what he did was he made a very, very powerful statement on social media by saying, look, I will not tolerate this. I was at work. I wasn't there to have my bottom smacked.
Which he gets a bottle thrown at him, he'll know all about it, won't he?
Well, yeah, but... So by making that statement on social media, what he was saying was, as Patrice just said, he was saying it wasn't OK for me. I didn't feel comfortable with that.
The fact that he even went on social media, I was quite surprised at that. Like, I agree with you. If somebody feels that they've been assaulted, you have to listen to them, and you know, we don't know their feelings about things. He's a police officer. Is it right that he then tweets about it? I mean, if that's a police
I think
business, it's an arrest, is she charged, then that goes through the courts and on it goes. But for him to tweet about it,
I think that
seemed odd.
Well, I was quite pleased to see that tweet, because I think what that did was it spoke to people like my daughters. I've got two daughters in their 20s, and they go out on a Saturday night and they get their backside slapped.
Do you want them to call the police when that happens?
No, but what I don't want is the fact that their boyfriends go out with them and they are like their bodyguards. I mean, my daughter came home from a night out recently, and she was showing me films from the night. I said, well, your boyfriend's not on any of them. And she said, no, because he doesn't leave behind me, because he can't, because if he does, then...
Which is awful and shouldn't be happening, and it's very uncomfortable, whatever the situation where it happens. But Petrie's point is, would you expect her to call the police? If her boyfriend wasn't with her, and in a nightclub or at a carnival or at a festival...
Or anywhere,
wherever
at
she
work.
Is, anywhere, if somebody slapped her, patted her on the bottom, would you say, call the police?
No, I wouldn't say call the police. I'd say speak to a bouncer, but these things tend to happen very quickly. You know, your backside's been slapped and off they go.
So how is that threatening? I mean, this is the thing. We've all had, probably Eamonn all the time, our bottom smacked. So what we do is, I've always said, that is not OK, or if it's OK, that's OK.
You're a very confident woman.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm saying, educate young women to be stronger. We cannot arrest our way out of this. Otherwise, we are going to end up like Saudi Arabia, where even
actually, where I agree with Rachel, I'm not for young women having their bottoms touched at all.
No,
I think absolutely right.
Absolutely.
If I have any issue, it's to the police inspector, the 28-year-old inspector, to say, oh, come on, surely you've got more to deal with.
And he could have told her that was not okay.
He could have given a stern word, a caution even, explained to her why that wasn't acceptable.
But the tweet was smug as well, I have to say.
Or he could do it in terms with humour. He could have done it as well.
But why shouldn't he do it
all
with
this
humour,
sort
actually?
Of could have,
because he's got a big baton or a taser attached to him. I mean, you know, it's quite obvious.
But what was very interesting on Twitter, because I had a look at that whole sort of thread on there, and what was very interesting was that there was a big divide. You know, people saying, agreeing with what Petrie's line of thinking, and also mine. But what was very interesting, someone made the point that there was nobody commenting on there. The young women, there weren't young women commenting on there saying, "Oh, he overreacted." It was older people who you know, we have more confidence to deal with these situations.
Then we teach them.
Well, we teach them, but...
Is there a line, though, Rachel? Because, you know, she patted his bottom. Say she'd have
bear in
patted
mind,
his knee.
this is a carnival atmosphere. If people don't know the Notting Hill Carnival, the police hug and kiss.
But
and all
we
the
have
public
carnivals up north too. You know, we do. And, you know, he was there doing a job. He was a police officer on duty. You don't go smacking a police officer's bottom.